Welcome once again, my fellow manipulators of digital fate. I'm Richie, this is Capricorn. Today we have another leak from BloomBurrow, which is kind of wild. So we've got tokens here and some what looks like set mechanics that tie into the tokens. We'll get to these in just a minute. But all of these sort of leaked because of a new product image of a product that's being launched, which we'll also briefly go over when we go over the leaks. With some tokens. It's a set in a tin with some tokens, and we'll go over that momentarily, but it's just crazy that we're already getting more BloomBurrow leaks, and Outlaws of Thunder Junction spoiler season hasn't even officially started yet. It officially starts on the 26th, just a few days from now, and make sure, if you haven't already, like the video if you find any value in it, subscribe to the channel, because we're going to hit the ground running as soon as that set starts to be spoiled on the 26th. We're going to have tons of spoilers just jamming on the channel constantly as soon as we know, guys, as soon as they're announced. So like I said, sub so you don't miss any of that, because there's some wild stuff coming, I'm pretty sure. But let's start with what we've got here today. Pretty crazy we're getting these BloomBurrow leaks already. So what we have here is a product by Beetle and Grimm's. It's a BloomBurrow token set, and it comes in what looks like a tin, a metal tin. And you can see 3 tokens that it shows here, and I'm not sure if these are supposed to be common knowledge. This is new mechanics, it seems, and we'll get to that in a minute. We're going to zoom in on the card and take a look at it, but really quick before we do that, I just want to go over what else the set contains. It looks like we've got a metal life counter that goes from 1 to 40. We've got themed dice, a D20, 2 D10s, and 3 D6s. 7 aluminum token cards. So these tokens in particular are aluminum. They're higher quality than what's going to come as tokens in the packs themselves. But I'm assuming they are the exact same art and otherwise exactly identical to the, the card tokens that we'll get. And then you have 3 1/1 fish tokens, which kind of crazy. It's really weird too. Like if you look at them, they're actual just like little figurines of fish, so I don't know how you're supposed to denote them being tapped, but okay wizards, sure. And then 5 +1 metal counters, and that part's pretty interesting. There's the maple leaf set logo, right? You can't really see it in this image, it's kind of off to the side, but over on the left over there, there's a maple leaf image that is the set logo, and it says +1. I don't know what these +1 leaf counters are supposed to represent. I don't think they would be +1/+1 counters, because it would say +1/+1, right? So it's just a leaf with a +1 on it. So it'll be interesting to find out what that is. But the text here says, use this tin and its contents to track your journey through the dangerous and exciting natural world of BloomBurrow. Calamity beasts and opponents alike dare not challenge your charm and love of the land. So first of all, calamity beasts, the way they say that with it all capitals makes me think that that's going to be some kind of a mechanic within the set, right? These calamity beasts, I don't know if that's like a creature type or some kind of like new subtype of creature. I'm not sure, but there's definitely gotta be a mechanic involved with this. If you think maybe you've got a good idea of what that could be, let me know in a comment down below, because that seems kind of wild. But let's get to these tokens. So the most prominent one, the most important one we're going to talk about is this Warren War Leader. And the first thing you're going to notice that's a little weird about this is that it has a name, right? It actually is a named token, and most tokens do not have names. So it'll have a type, but not a name. This is actually named Warren War Leader. It's a token creature rabbit knight, which is kind of wild. And it's a 1/1, but it has abilities. Whenever you attack, you choose one. You either create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token that is tapped and attacking, or attacking creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. And then it also says this token's mana cost is 1 white and 2. So it actually has a mana value, which is kind of wild. So what we're seeing here is a new mechanic that somehow creates tokens that are named tokens that have costs. So it's almost a magic card in and of itself. And what my thought here is, rabbits tend to procreate rather effectively and efficiently. So my thought is there must be some kind of a mechanic associated with rabbits in particular where they can kind of, I guess, mate and have offspring and kind of duplicate and replicate themselves. I think it would fit the theme of rabbits. That's something rabbits are known to do, is replicate, duplicate very quickly, and create more of themselves very quickly, and very, very often. So I have a feeling they're going for that kind of theme and that kind of mechanic where, like, the rabbits themselves are maybe replicating themselves. And maybe that's why this token has a name. Maybe there's an actual war leader card that has all of these same abilities, but then also has the ability to, like, replicate itself in some way under some conditions. So you're making token copies of that card, and then maybe you can keep going off with them. The one thing that's really kind of crazy about this is tokens. The whole point of tokens is so that you can make a bunch, right? There's going to be ways to continuously make tokens, and to keep flooding the board with tokens. That's kind of the whole point of tokens, right? So the idea that you can potentially keep getting more copies of this token in particular, considering the fact that this token has such good attack trigger abilities, is kind of scary, right? If the war leader can make a token copy of itself, say, every turn, or every time you pay maybe the 3 mana cost, or under some other stipulation, and then you get 2 of these, 3 of these, 4 of these, 5 of these into play, you start flooding the board with these tokens in particular. All of them attacking will all get attack triggers and all buff each other, or make new token creatures that are attacking, depending on which ability you choose. So that's kind of scary. It got crazy. I really, really want to see where this mechanic goes. I really want to see how. I'm almost positive it's got to be some kind of a replicate mechanic, right? It's kind of wild. If we go back to the original image, you can also see a couple other tokens over there. One is just a normal 1/1 rabbit token, but it looks like it also has a name, just rabbit, right? Which is kind of weird. We're really going to need to see how this mechanic works, but rest assured, it's definitely got to be some kind of a mechanic, right? And then we've also got food tokens, where it's no surprise food is back. Maybe the food tokens play into this weird rabbit replicate mechanic where you eat food and make more offspring, mate, feed, kill, repeat. I don't know. But it's looking kind of crazy. This token set here is kind of wild, but, like, the mechanics that they insinuate, even crazier. So if you have an idea about what this could possibly be, what these mechanics could be, definitely let me know in the comments down below. Like I said, spoiler season's on the way. I'm going to link down below and up above a link to the BloomBurrow spoilers that we've already gotten, in case you guys have missed those, because we do have a handful of spoiler cards. And yeah, get ready for Thunder Junction spoiler season, because it's coming. Like and subscribe if you find any value in this video. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, always make them scoop. Thanks so much for checking out my channel. I'd like to give a huge shout out to all of my patrons over at Patreon. Without you guys, this channel would not be possible, so honestly, thank you from the bottom of my heart for all of your contributions. If you haven't yet, like and subscribe. The more likes we get and the quicker we get them, the bigger this channel will grow and the faster it will grow. I'd love nothing more than this channel to become something very special for you guys, but it's entirely up to you how fast that happens. Also, if you'd like more deck text, that's somewhere over there. And if you'd like to see what else the channel's been up to lately, that's somewhere up that way. Also, subscribe, circle below, do all the things.